Hey guys, it's Mark's My Car Guy. I'm here driving a beautiful Maserati Quattroporte. Just filled it up with some gas. This thing is so nice. We're about to take off. This thing's huge. It's one of the largest cars I've ever driven. And it's massive. It doesn't feel bulky, but it is very large. One thing I love about this car so far, cruising on the highway, you float like a cloud, and it's amazing. The features that it have, lane keeping assist, lane departure, it will keep you in your lane when you're driving the entire time. You just have to hold on to the steering wheel, and it will keep you a safe distance behind the car in front of you. I had a lot of fun driving it yesterday, putting a finger on it a couple times here and there, hand, and it literally drove, almost the entire way home without any feedback other than me putting my hand on the steering wheel to make sure I was alive and paying attention. So it was great. This does have the auto stop feature, which I dislike, so I'm taking that off. It does have sport mode, which I'm going to turn on. Open up that throttle, that exhaust baffles. It also has an adaptive suspension, which I'm going to put into sport mode. Gives it like the firmness of most rides. This is a little too soft for my liking. One downfall, dislike I can tell you, it doesn't have a side visor. The only problem I have with this car is for paying $100,000+. I want to have a side visor, or at least a visor that's going to move. This one is fixed, and it will not slide out any farther than it originally is. It will go here, and that's about it. So Maserati, I do recommend that you fix your visor. But all kidding aside, it is a great car. Paddle shifters are very responsive. It has a rear sunshade, which I think is very neat. Anytime you put it into reverse, it will actually put it up, down, put it back. It has side windows. But the lane keeping assistant is one of my favorite things. Paired with the forward collision warning system, traffic sign assist. I mean, it really has everything. So what I'm going to do, put the cruise control on, set myself a safe distance behind the cars in front of me. And then once it recognizes I'm on a highway, it will stay in the lane and do everything for me. A lot of times in big cars, they just feel very, very heavy, hard to steer. This has almost virtually no understeer. It is mostly rear-wheel drive, and then it can go into a 50-50 split. But all the nice touches, slowing me down here because there's traffic ahead. But it is super cool. Just having a laugh yesterday about carbon fiber versus wood, that veneer. What's most popular in a luxury high-end car? Everybody says carbon fiber, but every carbon fiber looks the same. Every carbon fiber does. So a lot of people are saying this wood, it's a beautiful, beautiful texture. It's all throughout the cabin. It's definitely a luxury feel to it. Other things I noticed when driving yesterday, the blind spot, very, very good. I've driven some that are just downright annoying, and you gotta pass somebody and it's safe and it's still beeping like crazy. This one, not so much. The control is very simple to use. You don't have to really search and have it difficult to find, where things are. You have your radio menu, your media menu. It's beeping because I wasn't holding on to the steering wheel. And it has all your controls, and then it has all the climate controls, navigation, voice prompts. Very easy to understand. They have this what's called a Uconnect system that's available in all Fiat Chrysler models. Again, this thing is awesome. I don't know if you saw, but we're passing another car, and it's a great car, guys. I mean, I've never driven 100,000 plus cars. You think of what you get, in a $50,000 car, you get some good features. But in 100 plus thousand, the features are twice as nice. It has twice as much features, and it is just so nice quality. So I would recommend, if you have a little extra money aside and you want to be different, you don't care, your neighbor's 750 series or, Porsche, Mercedes S550. This is that competitor car. And yes, it may not be as fast as the highest level out there, but this car is not made just for speed. It's made for cruising. The looks I've gotten everywhere I've gone with this car is ridiculous. My neighbor came over to me last night and said, "What is that? It sounds so good." I said, "It's a Maserati." He said, "How in the world are you driving a Maserati?" I said, "That's perks of the job." He laughed. But it really is a great car. Reliability, I'm not so sure. I haven't looked into that. But with any car, extended warranties are always an option. So that was different. So when there was a fork in the road and I'm on this lane keeping assist, didn't keep me in the lane. It really needed some input. Needed me to steer left or right, which I imagine that's good, because how does it know if I'm going to work or going to do something else? It also just canceled because it showed that I'm going through a curve and not quite on a straight highway. Automatic high beams have been enabled because I went under a bridge. And then it does say highway assist canceled again, another tight curve. I'm about to get through that little can of worms, and we're gonna see if, now that I'm through it, yep, it's back on, guys. So again, no hands, it's driving everything. I just have to momently touch the steering wheel and give it some feedback that I am doing something. Now this is not meant for being on your phone or typing up something on the computer. It is only for an assist, but the technology's there. You could, and I bet they will in the next year or so, have a complete self-driving car. Because remember what I told you earlier, this does traffic signs, this is forward collision warning, braking, active blind spot, assist. So say somebody's in your blind spot, it's gonna pull you back in, and lane keeping assist, as long as it's getting some sort of feedback by touching the steering wheel momentarily. Now it will beep an audible alarm, and then you can touch it. It always flashes yellow before it's going to beep, and it goes from green, it goes from yellow, and then it goes from red. And I mean, it is an incredible system. I've had blind spot, I've had the adaptive cruise control in a Volvo 12 years ago, and I mean, these technologies aren't new, but they're starting to come out in more and more vehicles now and become much better. I remember the first time I drove my Volvo to Michigan, I was so worried that it was getting too close to another car, but it really did help. I mean, it made everything feel really good, and it was great. So I love that feature. Again, there's really not a lot about this car that I don't like. I think it's very solid. I think it's comfortable. I think the seats, the plushness, the headrest, everything is really subtle. And when subtle, I mean comfortable, seamless, but the design, the features, the storage, it's very well designed. And you would know. I mean, if you're looking for something like this, you want something Italian made. If you have Italian shoes or Italian purses or anything with that craftsmanship, that's why you're looking at this car. I wish the feedback and the alerts, notifications to hold the steering wheel was a little bit longer, but again, it's not a self-driving car. It just has the capabilities and very little input from me. I literally could have my eyes closed this whole time, besides the curve where it split off, and it would take me to exactly where I need to go. I imagine if I had navigation on here, it would even know even more which lane to stay in. So we're gonna try that.
Cancelled.
Navigate to 3875 West Henrietta Road. Navigate to 3875 West Henrietta Road, Rochester, New York.
Three, 875 West Henrietta Road, Rochester, Monroe. Now,
Alright.
do you want to start route guidance?
Yes. Yes.
Starting route guidance.
So navigation, very good, very good. Let's see what it does.
In half a mile, exit the highway at exit 15B
Alright,
to
so I
Brighton
got half a
Henrietta
mile.
Town Line Road.
Gonna move over. I don't want to get off this exit, so I'm hoping I'm gonna pass it. Still
Exit the
hasn't
highway.
gone on the highway mode. Alright, now so it is in the lane keeping assist. And it is not alerting me to turn over. It's not giving me any suggestion up
Take the
front
next
either.
right onto CR
Okay, so it is.
Route recalculation.
Okay,
Exit
so
the highway.
it's showing that I missed. It canceled the driving assist, but then it put it back on. Oh, that's great. So you can't see this on the camera, but
Keep right.
it shows you the actual sign in what lane to be in a fun little quirky, hey, you have two roads, you gotta go left or go right with
onto
grass.
RT 252
That's awesome.
Jefferson Road. Now turn right.
I do notice anytime I'm on the
Recalculation.
highway going past a turn, it does disable the active lane keeping as well. So a feature I don't know if I like, but I'm sure it has reasons that it wants to disable that. But guys, this is an awesome car. I don't think you could be in a more fun, luxurious ride for less
Prepare
money.
to exit the highway.
I'm
in
gonna
2
end this
miles.
guidance. End guidance.
Repeating instructions. Prepare to exit.
Cancel guidance.
Do you really want to cancel the ongoing route guidance?
Yes.
Please try again.
Cancel.
Cancel.
Alright, so that was a little quirky. It did not actually
Prepare to
cancel.
exit the highway
the
at exit
navigation.
12A onto RT 253 in 1.
But there's a stop on the touchscreen, which makes it very easy. One thing I should have told you too, I know we're almost to the end of this video, the brakes in this, they're so smooth. It must have some special braking assistant where it's in the front and the back, and it's just even because it doesn't grab, it doesn't nosedive in the front. I mean, it's just so smooth and even that whoever built this car knew that they want to have very even braking. I'm sure when you're in Italy in the small streets and you're going around corners, you do not want it to, you know, nosedive and on the sides, you know, so it keeps it very stable. I'm also in the sport mode with the adaptive suspension, so that could be that helps firm things up as well. Just going through some twisty turns. I'm gonna put it into like a little manual mode, I really enjoy going through these curves. The engine, I mean, just the quality, it is so good. You can really hear that engine, those baffles opened up. And it sounds just great. I mean, this is made really just to smile. If you like the sound of any Italian car or any muscle car, this is gonna make you smile. My neighbors have a Shelby Cobra, and even then, you know, they said, "What is that?" But yeah, this is awesome sound, awesome feel, great feedback. You won't find anything better than this, guys. Here it is, the Maserati Quattroporte. I think if you have $120,000, this is going to be a car you want to seriously look at. So thanks for enjoying my video. I hope you had fun. I hope you have questions. Anytime, post in the comments and let me know what you think about the Maserati Quattroporte. Thanks again. Cheers.